deal. Now we're going to get to a little more sober deal, okay? Maynard Jinx was part of this race car I'm driving. It's been very nice of these people to ask me to take over for Chuck while he was hurt. It's been an awfully good race car, and as most of you know, Maynard was a terrific race car driver. So I'd like to dedicate this race to him, even though I wanted it to be last week, okay? And the next thing I'll say is, you know, Maynard race car and then went and was a mechanic for a drag car. And I don't know which he was the best at. He was just pretty darn good at both. And I'm going to tell Dave Jinx maybe he ought to try driving, you know, because he's one of the best mechanics I've ever had. And that includes my best buddy, as everybody knows, Cuffy, okay, because I love you all. I'm going to let the announcer take over and thank all you people.
Well, this is one happy guy, Barry Camp here at Victory Lane. Gary, I'm sure Gary, Patty Beam, and Diane Yates, are they here with us this evening?
They're all here, and this crew is a very big crew. If I start naming people, I'm going to get in hot water, and I could lose a ride. So Gary, now, I do love Patty a little more than Gary, okay? But, in fact, she's the only owner I ever kissed before I drove her car. But really, the whole crew here, and Patty, and, you know, and Gary, Dave, Bob, who isn't here, and I think I got a wife around here somewhere. And she's always around to get booed with me, so she can be around to get yayed tonight. And here comes Maynard's mother, and I just love this lady, and I know she's happy tonight.
I'll tell you what, we got Tom Baker down here at Victory Lane with Barry Camp, and it's been a while since you stood here with Barry Camp.
Yeah, there's only one. Number one, his singing has not improved a whole lot. Number two, you may have seen history in the making tonight. Barry Camp may be the oldest driver to win a sprint car feature. We talked about this last night. Barry thinks he is. I don't know how you check the record back on this. I'm 29.
Huh?
Barry's my dad.
Well, I'll tell you what, you talk about fun celebration of Victory Lane, Barry. You know, it's been since 91. I think that's the year you reeled off 6 feature wins here, shut out in 92, and looked like you had a couple feature wins coming to your way this year, out in front a couple times, only to have something to go away with the car. I know I talked to you earlier, last week would have been the one to win, but right now in this situation, you'll take a win anywhere.
Well, I will admit it wasn't only something going wrong with the car. If you people remember one night here, the driver messed up pretty bad in lap traffic, and I want to take credit for that. And I also want to tell you this, Keith Kaufman is one tough cookie, and Bob Weigert has one heck of a race car, because I drove that one too, and they're nice people, and I will admit that I enjoyed beating him.
Well, I guess you knew he was right behind you the whole time. Right behind him was Lance Luis. It was a 3-car battle at the end. First off, we got a Port Royal Speedway Victory Lane hat. Then we got pizza coupon out of Fox's Pizza outside of Mifflintown. Dinner for 2 from the Comfort Inn out at Selinsgrove. Miss Port Royal Speedway, Rachel Best coming to the Victory Lane. Also, it's Miller Genuine Draft VIP night here, Barry. I'm sure that puts a smile on your face.
Yeah, hey, we need to thank Miller and a lot of people that have done a lot of good around this racetrack, okay? And you know, there's one before I leave. Could you give the officials a nice round of applause? I remember when I came here, this wasn't such a pleasant place to be, okay? And the last couple of years, they have really made this back into the Port Royal Speedway I remember.
With us on the hand of the Miller Genuine Draft, Junior Arnold with a cold case of Miller Genuine Draft beer. Joe Walsh is here representing Miller Genuine Draft. Andy Dalton, we'll get him up here for picture presentations. Also, we have Nikki Kreider for Miller Genuine Draft, Karen Rogers, Shelby Dukes, and Dave Bartlett, the new Miller and Coors distributor up in Burnham. Get all these fine folks up here in Victory Lane. Junior?
Tommy, I only have one thing to say about it. Well, 2 things, really. Number 1, Smoking Joe never went that fast. And number 2, I'm telling Joey Coon, you got the case of beer.
I'm glad he isn't here tonight, because I owe him about a half a case.
Well, Barry, you know, when I walk back over here, I'm going to get the tickets for being out here so long with you. We got some more racing to go here, but I know you want to stick around for another half hour out here.
Well, we got some pictures to take, and I miss my little granddaughter Cody, who didn't make the show tonight, so I got to mention that. And this be my other gem in my arms. And little Stevie here is Maynard's boy. I'll tell you, he's a doll, and we love him.
I'll tell you what, I think this crowd loves you too, because I think they were all standing when you come across that checkered flag. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give him a big round of applause. His first one in 93. The driver of the Main Jinx Racing 88, Barry Camp.
Once again, Barry Camp picks up the win, finishing second in the Wegers Livestock 29 is Keith Kaufman. 461 of Lance DeWeese. Todd Schaefer comes home fourth in the 1W, and finishing fifth in the 2K, Dave Callman. Sixth will go to the 5 of Craig Eschenauer, getting seventh to 55 of Mike Wagner. Glenn Fitzcharles